Good evening, everyone. I got Kody Ashmore bringing you tonight's, I guess, a free video. Well, let's go ahead and look at a few things. So we're at the start of 2026, and what have the markets done? Well, at the moment, the market is still just consolidating. You see, we're building out, or in the SPY anyways, we're building out this squeeze in the context of the weekly time frame still trending higher. So in the terms of a, excuse me, in the context of a squeeze, the setup is still valid and everything is still looking decent to the upside. If we go to the weekly chart on the SPY, you can see we are up here in the second ATR, kissing the 8 EMA, and at the moment, kind of just catching our breath here, and it looks like the market's trying to decide what it's going to do. So if we're not going to fight the trend and look like things are continuing higher, we just have to pinpoint places where strength is and where we want to place our trades. So if the SPY is looking great today, and well, I won't say it's looking great, but the daily picture looks good. We look at the Qs, a little bit pullback. You see relative weakness, in my opinion, as it is pulling back there. Oops, I don't want to do that. Let me fix. All right, so there's the Qs, and then we look at the diamonds. See, it's in a squeeze, and if you note here, the line is turning blue. It just shows that there is buying volume at that particular area. And we'll look at the IWM. It's building out a bearish squeeze at the moment, so I would want to be a little bit more cautious there. So all that being said, if the market's looking higher, where is the relative strength? So after I looked around a little bit, I did see some strength in a few sectors. So we'll look at materials, XLB. You see today as the market pulled back quite a bit, right? But materials are pushing up near the highs. Momentum still just trucking higher, and we're coming up to the setup there. So yeah, I mean, materials looking good. It is coming into resistance. However, if the market is fleeing into that sector, something worth watching. And then we look at XLI, which is industrials, also closed at the highs today in the context of a squeeze. So that's looking great. And another one will be healthcare. So we have healthcare, materials, and industrials. Same thing. Looking good. Everything's bullish. Bullish noted by the blue candles, the blue 21 EMA, the weekly time frame, cloud, cross positive. Everything's just trucking good. All right, so if those are the three sectors you would want to focus on, this is where I found a little bit of potential setups. So I did find two. The first one we'll call DHR, Danaher. All right, so here as far as like what is the setup? So the first off, there is a daily squeeze. The weekly time frame, you notice how the candles are blue? Those are my trend precision candles. It basically tells me there are stacked EMAs and bullish momentum on the weekly time frame. So if the weekly time frame is trucking higher, we're consolidating in a sector that showed relative strength today, which is in this case XLV, and we're starting to get here, and we're near the 21 EMA. This is actually a really good squeeze to look for the squeeze to play out to the upside. So this is one worth potentially trading if you're into trading the squeeze at this level here. And you can see that the moving averages stay crossed positive back in September on the weekly time frame and starting to cruise on up. There is going to be potentially a little bit of overhead resistance. As we look at the weekly time frame, you see it is kind of, it did have this little flag, we pushed up, obviously support down here at 180, and then I think up to at least, probably even this wick right here, 235 is a potential target, if not even higher. So something worth keeping an eye on to trade the squeeze there. Another one is 3M. 3M has a really good setup based off of like the trend precision. So what exactly is a trend precision setup? The trend precision setup is where you get in near the third ATR to the downside in the context of the higher time frame going higher. But where's the best place to get in for a higher time frame going higher? Well, down at the negative third ATR. And then it offers a tight stop, and then you get your snapback. So like what would be an example of that? Well, there was one about right here, right? Price came down to the second ATR. You can go long once you get this buy arrow, or even just here with your stop beside the third ATR, and then boom, you get a pop. Same thing, it's coming down. You see it's basing at the weekly 21 EMA. We have our blue candles. We have the histogram shifting, and this offers a good opportunity to go long as well to the upside. 3M being in healthcare, I believe. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. That or industrials, either one, they're still looking great to the upside. So I do like that one for a trade as well. So like I said, that is the setup there. Playing the push back up to probably about, call it 172.50-ish. You can play this either way. You could do it at the money credit spread, a call debit spread. There's just any bullish scenario. That's up to the trader to decide really and how they wish to trade it. But that is it for you. Like I said, overall the Qs are looking a little bit sad right now, so we can wait on them. The SPY looks fine to me, just consolidating, so that one's okay. And then I will say that the diamonds looked pretty decent, so we could do that. And I think if you just focus right now on XLB, XLI, and XLV, you'll be okay. I know everyone wants to trade the Mag 7s and all that stuff. Well, sorry, this is where the strength is right now. So anyways, if you have any questions, feel free to ask down in the comment section. Other than that, I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. You don't have to make all your money in 2026 today, and be disciplined, and see you all in the next one. Take care.
Without simpler trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency.
It's one of the things that won me